Araro, ariraro.
அம்மா ஒரு கதை சொல்லு.
Today we are going to listen to a story about two special friends. I'm sure every one of you has a best friend from school or from your flat or from somewhere else you guys have met. Today we are going to learn about two such best beautiful friends. One of them is Krishna. Can you guess who the other one is? I'm sure by now most of you have guessed right. Of course, it's Sudhama, none other than our Sudhama. Krishna, when he was in Mathura, went to a school, a Gurukul, under the hermitage of sage Santipani, where he met his friend Sudhama. They both lived together in the Gurukul. Gurukul is like a boarding school where you stay there with your guru and learn everything and then you come home. So Krishna and Sudhama spent a lot of days helping guru, doing seva for their guru, learning everything that they needed to learn. And after the school was over, Krishna returned back and to Mathura, and later he became the king of Dwaraka. Sudhama was a Brahmin, so he returned back to his home and he did what all the Brahmins should do, his duty as a Brahmin. He also got married, he had a lot of children. So Krishna, while he was a king, Sudhama was not as rich, he was very poor. But that did not make him sad. Every single day he used to go outside and ask alms, and when people gave him rice and other grains, he used to bring it home and he used to make food, and their family had whatever that they got that day. And they lived happily thinking about Krishna. Sudhama would tell his kids about his childhood days, all the fun things that he and Krishna did when they were in school together. And every day, even though they were poor, they did not live in a big apartment, they did not have a car, but still they were very happy as a family. Their kids would love to listen about Krishna and his father, how they spent and had fun in the school, how they helped their guru, all their experiences. One day, Sudhama wanted to go and visit Krishna, but he wasn't sure. Sudhama was thinking to himself, I am very poor. If I go now, Krishna is a king of Dwaraka, while I am so poor, will Krishna remember me? He was very confused. He was not sure if he should go visit Krishna or not. Then Sudhama's wife said, Sudhama, you should go visit your friend. You say that he is your best friend, and best friends do not forget each other. It doesn't matter if they are rich or poor, they are always best friends. So you should go visit him. But Sudhama said to his wife, if I go visit him, what can I bring him? I am visiting him for the first time. I have to give him something. So Sudhama's wife actually went to their neighbors and asked, My husband is going to see his best friend Krishna. Can you please give something so that my husband can give it to him? So some of their neighbors gave them pressed rice. It is called poha in Hindi or in aval in Tamil. They gave them pressed rice, like a handful of pressed rice. Each neighbor gave them. So Sudhama's wife happily brought that, tied it in a cloth and gave it to Sudhama, and Sudhama happily took the pressed rice with him, and he started his journey to Dwaraka. On his way, he just was remembering all his childhood days, like how Krishna and Sudhama once were stuck in a storm collecting firewood for their guru. The next day they both came, and all the fun and memorable days that they shared as friends. So, but Sudhama was also little bit confused and scared. Will Krishna remember me? He is like a king of a whole kingdom now, and I am like a nobody. And he was just chanting Krishna's name like Radhe Krishna, Krishna Radhe. He was chanting and like thinking of Krishna, and by the time he didn't realize he was already in Dwaraka, and he was in Krishna's palace. There were 2 security guards outside. Seeing him, they asked, "Who are you?" And to the security guard, Sudhama said, "I am Krishna's old school friend. My name is Sudhama." And seeing Sudhama from distance, Krishna ran towards him and hugged him tightly, and he was like so happy to see his friend Sudhama. His security guards were surprised. Krishna is a king who's coming and hugging this poor Brahmin? That is Krishna. For him, it doesn't matter if we are rich or poor. Sudhama was like so surprised. He didn't know what to say. And Krishna was like, "Come on, Sudhama, welcome. How long it has been. Oh my goodness, I am so happy to see you." He welcomed Krishna. Krishna welcomed Sudhama and introduced Sudhama to his wife Rukmini. They both did Sudhama Pada Puja, which means they washed his feet, and they gave him all the respect that we should give to a Brahmin. They made him sit in a very comfortable chair, and they brought him all kinds of food. Rukmini, Krishna's wife Rukmini Devi was kind of swinging the fan for him in the hand. Sudhama, seeing all this royal treatment, did not know what to say. He wanted to say a lot of things to Krishna, but he totally forgot. He was just spellbound. When you are surprised to see something, you just don't know what to say, right? Just like that. Then Krishna was talking to Sudhama. "Hello Sudhama, do you know that I have always been thinking about you? Do you remember all those memorable days that we had in our school under our guru's hermitage? Do you remember the storm one day and we both got struck? I was so afraid, but I was happy to be with you." And Sudhama was like, "Wow, even after becoming king, Krishna still remembers all these things. He is truly a great person." Sudhama was like so moved by Krishna's treatment. He did not know what to say. But then Sudhama said, "Thank you, Krishna. I am so happy to see you. But now it's time. I must head back." But guess what? Sudhama had something with him in his hand. Remember? The pressed rice that his wife got for Krishna, Sudhama was ashamed to give that to Krishna. Krishna was a royal king. Sudhama was like, how can I give this pressed rice tied in this old cloth to him? But Krishna, being Krishna himself, noticed the pressed rice. He was like, Sudhama, you can't hide it from me. He pulled that rice bag and had a handful of pressed rice and he gave it to everybody. Sudhama was already surprised. Now after this, he was totally spellbound. He did not know what to do or say. He just had tears of joy in his eyes. And later, after having a nice time, Sudhama said, okay, Krishna, it's time for me to go back home. My family will be waiting for me. But it was so nice to see you. I will be remembering this day forever in my life. I can never forget this day. Krishna also hugged Sudhama, said, thank you, Sudhama, for visiting me. See you soon. Take care. Say RadheKrishna to your family and friends. So Sudhama took leave from Dwaraka. But listen, friends, Sudhama was so poor, but he did not ask anything from Krishna. He did not ask, hey Krishna, can you give me some money so I can live a little bit more comfortably? Or can you please build me a new house? Can you give me and my family food for a month? He never asked anything. Isn't that so special about Sudhama? We thought Krishna was so amazing by treating Sudhama. But think how great Sudhama is. He did not ask a single thing from Krishna for himself. All he wanted is Krishna's love and friendship forever. Isn't that amazing how Sudhama is, what kind of a person he is? He's the perfect bhakta, isn't he? So Sudhama on his way back was so happy thinking about Krishna and all the way he was treated in Dwaraka and how Krishna remembered everything. And by the time he entered his town, he wasn't sure. A lot of things had changed. His house has become a big bungalow. All around his town became like so rich. There were big buildings around, parks around, and a lady and kids came to welcome him. He did not recognize them. There were his wife and his kids. His wife was dressed in new clothes with lot of jewels. His kids were dressed in new clothes. They looked so happy. Sudhama for 1 minute did not know it was true or it was a dream. He turned around, touched a lot of things, and then he realized, oh my God, this is true. Krishna changed the whole town for me. Who would do that? Just for one friend, Krishna changed the whole town because this is a special friend, Sudhama, who did not ask anything to Krishna. But Sudhama, even after seeing all these rich buildings and lavish lifestyle, even after seeing these things, was not at all attached to it. He was not greedy. He did not boast about it. He just prayed to Krishna, Krishna, thank you for giving me all this wealth and riches, but please, all I want is you and you only. Please, I want you to be in my heart forever. I want to be thinking about you always like before. And this is all I want. So Sudhama and his family lived happily thinking of Krishna. And that is the story of the two best friends, Krishna and Sudhama. My friends, Krishna could be your best friend too. All you have to do is to just think about him and my friends, Krishna could be your best friend too. All you have to do is to think about him like Sudhama and always be happy with what you have, with what Krishna has given you. I am sure Krishna is going to be your best friend soon. Thank you for listening to the story. See you soon. Radhe Krishna.